Right, lovely. Let's do a bit of fucking space busing then, shall we? Oh shit, no, hang on. Oh fuck, I didn't mean to launch. Shit! Oh, well, never mind.
Disengage from landing pad. Maintain correct lane on
Landing gear retracted.
We are on the live server, of course. Why would you play this without being on the live server? If there's somebody out there wants to shoot me, they can try it. Although we are in Colonia, so it doesn't really matter. Right, so I've not actually played this in a while. I just I decided to pick it out, see how I do for the day, and so I decided to do a bit of luxury space busing. Boom. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get a dead zone for me joystick, so unfortunately, gonna have to make do. Right, we just left Giles. Giles didn't have any luxury space busing things in it.
You have left the no-fire zone. We hope to see you again, Commander.
That looks like an orbital habitat, and it's unlikely to have anything in it. We can try it. At least we'll go to. Oh no, not that one. That one. No, not hyperspace jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
I want the friendship drive.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Alright, lovely. Super Cruise. Let's just go to a different system. I did say that I've not played in a while. This is the new 4.0 server. Where shall we go? I don't know where we'll have good units and stuff. Is that even in here anymore? Power play, that's not what I want. I don't. Market store, no. No. No, 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 no. No, no. Right, there used to be a way to find out where sold what stuff. What's realistic mode? And what's not realistic mode? Map mode, what's it? I don't get it. Civilization, government, economy, state, security, star class. Economy. Tourism. Show me tourism. Amit and Herfus first. For Amit Tabusi, hello Amit Tabusi, we're going to go to you. And we're going to find ourselves some bits for luxury space busing. Right, lovely. This will be two jumps. Oh, wrong button.
Frameshift drive charging.
Friendship drive. Yeah, this really slow rotation business that I've got going on. I've got the stick on as tight as it'll go, but there's no dead zone.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Righto. Oh, sit back. Smoke if you got 'em. Don't crash into the sun. Get a bit of fuel.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping. Incoming message.
Incoming message.
Fuel
What?
scooping complete.
On what grounds are you scanning this vessel, officer? I'm not scanning anything. Ugh. Hang on. Put this bloody smirk down. Oh god, I wish you could set up a bloody dead zone. Right. Where's that button to get me? Is it this one? That's that one. Invitation from the Dweller. I've heard about you from various sources and we might be able to assist each other, finding we trade in the same stock, so to speak. Been added to your map. Don't make me wait. From the Dweller. Oh, it's going to expire in 30 days. I don't right care. Right. So I was busy. Thanks. Go away. Right. Off we go. I assume that's going to be one of the special jumpy drives. Nope.
Frameshift drive charging.
So I came to Colonia without. This is taking ages to charge. In a keelback that did 20 light year jumps. And it took about 1,000 jumps, I think. The guy that I agreed to do that with, he was going to pay me 17 million. I was like 5 jumps away on the edge of system, and I stopped at a space station so I could go and make a cup of tea.
Fuel scooping.
And he
Fuel
fucked
scooping
off.
complete.
The dickhead fucked off, just left me. I'd done him like 99.9% of the journey, and he fucked off. He said, I can't accept these delay. We hadn't stopped since we left the bubble. There's really not very much been explored around here, is there? Alright, let's go to Hayabusa landing. I don't mind landing on a planet for a bit. How far away is it? Oh, it's pretty close. Let's preemptively turn the fucking lights on. Because whenever I land on a planet, I am always on the fucking dark side. Wow, that planet's really fucking close to that star. Really fucking close. That's insane. Why on earth would you choose to live there? That's ridiculous, pal. God, I wish you could dead zone this stick. I won't complain too much. Okay, it's on the opposite side of the fucking planet. Of course it is. It's a really small moon as well, to be fair. It's probably going to take me 3 attempts to make this landing, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm going to have to go around the other side of the planet. Oh, I'm engaged in orbit now. How far away are we? 1.5 millimeters. Let's get a bit closer than that, please. We're close. Oh my lord, look at that impact crater there. Fantastic. This game is absolutely stunning. Why is that telling me that I'm 200 kilometers away, and that's telling me that I'm
Orbital flight engaged.
millions of meters away? Which are thousands of kilometers. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, so this is supposed to be tourism central. This doesn't look very tourism. I'm going to have to admit that. Excuse me. My idea of coming here was to do some tourism with some other people so they could pay me to do that tourism. I think they've changed orbital flight, you know. The last time I did orbital flight, it was way harder than this. I'd have already been booted out by now. Uh, 200 kilometers is normally the distance away which I go to Superglide. When are we going to hit Superglide? Oh, we're about to hit it. There we go. I love the atmospheric noises as well, like it's good point. Turn that shit off. Like it sounds like the ship's about to fucking explode and stuff. Oh, we didn't cruise for nearly long enough. Oh, that better not be 1 hour 45. No, I think it's 1 minute 43. It better bloody had be anyway. Oh. So if you've never VR'd this game and you play this game, you really ought to give it a shot. It is absolutely magnificent when you VR'd it. Come on, let's speedy a bit more. It's really difficult to justify and explain to someone just what a difference.
Delacey, Bravo, India, Golf. We hope you enjoy your stay at this terrestrial port, Commander.
Cheers, buddy. Yeah, it's hard to really describe what a difference 3D depth perception gives to a game like this. But this landscape before me doesn't look like it's just on a computer screen. It actually looks like I'm flying over a planet. It is absolutely magnificent in VR as this game. I'm using the Oculus Rift CV1, the first one they released for the consumer variant at least, hence the name. And it's still a very competitive unit. Just it needs the light stations and stuff, but you can pick them up on eBay for about 80 quid. Let's not go too fast, guys. Alright.
Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 05.
Alright. I better put the landing gear down, right? Otherwise I'm going to be speeding. 05.
Landing gear deployed.
I only see one. I only see one landing thing lit up over there.
Rate of descent is good. Watch your speed.
You're right, love. I already know that there's a speed limit. I think it's 100. We're quite happily under that. It is. I imagine YouTube's compression is having a fucking torrid time with this. I could take my helmet off, my Magic Space helmet off, and see what it.
Detected.
Who the fuck's scanning me here? And see what it looks like in on a computer screen. But I'm not anticipating it'll look bad. I bet you I have to be fucking looking in muds here, don't I? Oh, I think I'm going to have to do a fucking 180. Maybe not. Oh, you look like you probably want to shoot me, to be honest. Down. I can't believe I've got to turn the fucking thing around. I should actually restock my guns.
Confirmed contact. Perform landing checklist. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Cheers, Space Island. I don't believe I've ever actually interacted with these cases before. Hello, Dean Lee Jacobs. I should check, you know, that I haven't actually got anybody under. By the way, the ship is called the Penetrator. We are Commander Big Sexy John. Let's have a look at Universal Cartographic, see whether or not I can sell anything. Not to you, apparently. Not to you. Okay, show me your stuff. Hopefully you have high luxury crew cabins. Not crew cabins, passenger cabins. I really, really don't imagine you do. Even you are just a shitty mining station on a moon. But we'll see what they've got at least. That one. What have you got? Yeah, I can't say anyone's particularly surprised that you don't have any luxury crew cabins. Never mind. I don't even know whether or not there are any at all in Colonia. But we are over here, so let's have a look at the passenger lounge, see who wants lift. We have group transportation. 8 people want to go back to the bubble. No. 8 people want to go to Colonia, and they'll pay 275,000. That's not wonderful, but everyone wants to go back to the bubble. I guess we'll take the Colonia geezers, unless the personal transportation options are a bit better. Right. Show credits. Um, I'm not taking anybody back to the bubble. 170. I need to get an idea actually on how many cabins this kind of people would need. So if I were to pick a cabin, yeah, I'm not accepting the message. 3. All right, lovely. Back. 170. Nowhere near enough. Yet no one here has any. Seeks sightseeing adventure to experimental habitat 3 in what system? I've been to experimental habitat 3 before, I swear I have. There's 2 of them want to go there actually. There's 3 of them want to go there. I can only take 2 of them because I only have 2 lounges. Sightseeing. The problem with sightseeing adventures is I've got to fucking come back here again, and I really don't want that. 280 quid. 280k is not great, but it's not terrible. Group transportation again. Up to top again, please. I think that's probably the best we're going to get. We'll pick you a cabin. 8. You get to fly first class. Okay, we're going back to Colonia with those, aren't we? Should have actually checked that first. Deliver to people of Colonia to Jacques Station. Okay, lovely. Anyone want to go to Jacques Station? Probably not. You want to go to Colonia though, that's pretty close. It might even be Jacques Station. 179.96, 2 of them. And they're both of the same geezers, I think. Probably. Jacques visitor, no, I've got to bring you back here. You're 150. Yeah, go on. Okay, right. I'm going to take eeny, meeny, miny, mo, one of these. Let's take Sasha because they're a girl. And they're metal as fuck. You get to fly first class. Okay. Where do you actually want to go? Dove Enigma. Okay, I think we're going to go to Jacques Station first. I'm good friends with Space Yorkshire. I think Jacques is Space Yorkshire, isn't it? Alright, let's launch. One of my favourite pieces of art in this game is launching from a planet. I don't know why. Oh, there's a random rock. Okay. I don't know why, but it's
Take care when exiting the port.
it can't keep going up. It's
Landing gear retracted.
just so satisfying. It's so satisfying.
Incoming mission critical message.
Oh, what? I fucking hate people that send you messages halfway through their trip. What are you on about?
You have now left the port perimeter. This is traffic operations signing off.
Locate tourist beacon. No.
Incoming mission critical message.
Your happiness has decreased. Fine, I don't suppose I'll change your mind, so let's continue. I can't believe that you don't care for the needs of your passengers. You're flying first fucking class. bitch. Shut your face. We're no longer bass locked. So let's just go straight for wrong button. For a high space jump.
Drive charging.
Friendship drive. Special space friend. Where can I put my vape? There you go. That is a problem of wearing a magic space helmet.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Is the constant need to not be able to see, the constant need? The inability to see where you are.
Frameshift drive charging.
Friendship drive. Come on.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Whoa.
Fuel scooping.
My fuel scoop's really good.
Complete.
No, I didn't mean reset. I meant you. Ah, that's why I pressed the wrong button.
Frameshift drive charging.
It is a while since I've played this.
Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
A lot of people find in this game that they get really quite dizzy
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
in VR for this particular game at least.
Drive charging.
It's a fairly easy solution if you really struggle with it, and you can put on lock to horizon, and you'll be probably an awful lot easier then. But also just look into the distance rather than look at an object that's moving all the time. Look at an object that isn't moving. So like when you're approaching the space station, look just beyond the space station at the scene behind it, and if you get kind of in this environment, look like this. If I look at the nav ball, I don't feel at all sick, but if I look out in front of me, I do feel sick. Well, not sick, but a little nauseous. And it's because it's the environment. It's because your body's expecting to feel the sensation of movement, but it isn't. Anyway, enough blathering.
Drive charging.
Let us go to Jacques Station.
Four, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Bum bum ba dum ba dum bum.
Fuel scooping.
I'm not going to Dove Enigma first. I'm going to
Fuel
Jacques.
scoop disengaged.
Although, actually, no, I do need to go to Double Enigma first because she's taking up the small bay that I want to replace. Apparently it's a lot closer as well. Well, not a lot closer, but close enough. And in fairness, I haven't pissed off the 8 tourists. Whereas I have pissed off the metalhead individual. Boom, boom, boom. Closing in. We are going a little fast. I think we'll probably do with slowing down around about now. Wow, we shed 10 times the speed of light in about 5 seconds. I'll tell you what, actually, whilst we're on Dove Enigma, we'll see whether or not they've got any decent friendship drives as well. Oh, I'm going to fly past it. I rarely ever overshoot, to be honest, but I did that time. Doom, 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 doom. Luxury space bus in Colonia. Luxury space bus in Colonia. We are the luxury space bus of Colonia, and if you shoot us, we'll launch our pilot. We can also fight back ourselves as well. We've got all sorts of guns we like to use. We've got flat cannons and lasers at the moment. I did have missiles, but I'm sick of missiles. They're too easy to shoot down. And out. Super Cruise. Hello, Dominic, man.
Docking request granted.
Oh, it's not actually spoken to me. Where am I going? Landing pad 7. Not that red one. I wish there was some more obvious... I say wish. It would be lovely if there was a more obvious way of telling you which landing pad you're going to. I don't see any around here, to be fair, though, actually. Let's just do a hoink-a-doink. Oh, there it is. It's red. Why is it red? It shouldn't be red. It should be orange.
Landing gear deployed.
Is this fucking ship still moving? Crazy old bastards. I don't think it is, actually. I think it's this bloody stick loves to throw you around quite a lot. I don't have any of that automated assist on, by the way. It takes all fun out of it.
Docking successful.
Lovely.
Engines disengaged.
Starport services. I used to have as well pedals set up, which was like fall forwards, fall backwards on like a motor switch. And passenger lounge, and that was really useful. Yeah, complete missions. Sasha Hayes, get the fuck off my luxury space bus, you bellend. We weren't taking a fucking diversion just for you. Alright, lovely. Let's see whether or not we can equip the penetrator with any better equipment. Doom, 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 doom. Friendship drives and power units is mainly what I'm thinking. Okie dokie. Core internal. Do we have any? I don't imagine I can afford any. Oh no core internal modules to display. Excuse me. It's the medium we want to replace with. No, you don't. I don't think Jacques has any, which is kind of a shame. Can we sell you anything? No, we can't. I think you need to go 10 jumps away, is it? Before you can start selling stuff. I'll tell you what, let's listen to the news.
Aegis trials tech to explore maelstroms. Prototypes have been created of a new module designed to counteract the massive energy surge encountered by ships within Thargoid maelstroms. Professor Albert Tesreau made a public statement. Intense research into the maelstroms by Allied, Federal and Imperial specialists has yielded practical results. We have designed a device to breach
Ship released. Engines engaged.
the insular
Landing gear retracted.
the ship against the overpowering effects of a maelstrom's energy wave. Typically, the wave physically repels all human ships and disrupts onboard electrical systems. Combined with our caustic sink launcher, the Thargoid pulse neutralizer will enable access to the innermost regions of the alien clouds. My hope is that this breakthrough will reveal knowledge about the Thargoid invasion fleets that we desperately need. Further details were provided by Ivano Kolumbera, the Empire's scientific
Frameshift drive charging.
liaison to Aegis. The Thargoid pulse
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
neutralizer expands upon the shutdown field neutralizer originally designed by Elvira Martuk in 3303. Using upgraded components, Aegis technicians have amplified its effectiveness when triggered at the correct time. Our primary objective was breaking through the electromagnetic pulse generated within a maelstrom cloud when human ships are approximately 50 kilometers from its center. Data provided by intrepid pilots who survived this experience has enabled us to calibrate a shield to its specific waveform, which should allow a ship to withstand its impact. Aegis has confirmed that initial test flights for the Thargoid pulse neutralizer will be unmanned. Prototypes have been fitted to specially constructed probes that will be remotely launched into a maelstrom, while technicians monitor the real-time telemetry. Old rivals clash as Thargoids advance. Pilots Federation alert. Factions aligned to the Empire and Federation have declared war in Pisht, which lies in the path of Thargoid expansion. Relations between the two superpowers have been strained in recent weeks, following the corporate skirmish in Tuvgi. This has exacerbated hostilities between two long-standing rivals in the Pisht system, causing diplomatic negotiations to collapse. The ruling council of Gorlugia Exchange claimed, Imperial saboteurs have been undermining our operations for years, and a military solution is now the only option. A similar statement was made by the Gliese 4 Citizens Forum's leadership. The typical federal response to their problems is to blame the Empire, so we are forced to resolve this on the battlefield. The situation has also impacted the ongoing war against the Thargoids, as outlined in a report by freelance correspondent Carleen Troy. With Maelstrom Ligong's fleet expansion only a few systems away, Pisht is currently a key distribution point for anti-Xeno weaponry and supplies in the region. There is widespread concern that this conflict could disrupt the flow of resources to the front line, hindering defenses in multiple systems. Both Gorlugia Exchange and the Gliese 4 Citizens Forum have requested help from naval auxiliaries who can register their support for either faction at Tiptree Port. Alliance urges restraint between superpowers. Allied and independent leaders have called upon the Empire and the Federation to discourage faction hostilities following conflict in Turkey. Political journalist Conrad Sterling summarized the latest developments for Vox Galactica. Minor skirmishes between superpower-aligned factions are not uncommon, but the Kane Massey and Torval Mining Limited corporations have significant political ties, so their clash has led to bullish rhetoric from members of both Congress and the Senate. Many systems where federal and imperial populations coexist are experiencing civil
Landing gear deployed.
tension and states of public disturbance. There is a sense that the historic rivalry between two
Docking request granted.
militaristic superpowers is being rekindled, and that similar sparks elsewhere may fan the flames at the worst possible time. In the Alliance Assembly, Councillor Nakato Kane highlighted the potential repercussions. Military distractions between the Empire and Federation would place more responsibility on the Alliance for protecting independent systems from Thargoid invasion, as well as a potentially horrific loss of life that would be a significant drain on already stretched resources. The Hawks in each administration should be
What did I
directing
crash
their
into,
aggressive
then?
tendencies toward the Thargoids, not each other. In response, Prime Minister Mann agreed to send envoys from the Alliance Office of Diplomatic Relations to both the Empire and the Federation. Dozens of independent systems have supported the Alliance's formal request to lower the temperature and find a peaceful solution. Aegis reports on Utopia's SIM archive. A scientific delegation from Aegis has visited Utopia to compare its SIM archive with Salvation's Nemesis
Yep.
failsafe designs. A summary from Dr. Maximo Fonseca was shared with news feeds. Simburu Antal
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
agreed to meet with us as a sign of good faith and to refute claims of collaboration with Salvation. He personally introduced us to the neurosmiths of Utopia, who can digitally encode electrochemical activity within the brain. I took part in a demonstration, uploading some of my own long-term memories into the SIM archive. Afterwards, my colleague Dr. Cooper enjoyed a remarkably accurate simulation of my
Incoming message.
university graduation 30 years ago, who claimed she found it hard to believe the memory was not her own. Analysis of the Nemesis failsafe designs that we provided was swift, but the differences were stark. From what we understood of the summary by Utopian researchers, the Nemesis process irreversibly transforms a person's entire neuronal network into esoteric energy particles. But there was no suggestion how the particle stream might be directed or stored. Further scrutiny by Aegis specialists confirmed that the Nemesis failsafe relies heavily on Guardian technology, much of which remains a mystery. Early indications suggest that Allied, Federal and Imperial leaders agree that Salvation was unlikely to have sought assistance from the Utopia Commune. Simguru Pranav Antal released a rare public statement. The SIM archive is designed to preserve human thought, not to extract it from living minds. One day, experiencing other people's stored memories will be as common as searching for information on a database. Utopia's role is to unite us all by bringing down the barriers between our individual universes. Salvation's design very much relates to the preservation of oneself, rather than the storage of information for future generations. Whatever knowledge of Guardian technology he may have possessed is likely lost to us now. Kane Massey victorious in corporate conflict. Pilots Federation alert. Fierce combat in the Tuvgi system has resulted in Kane Massey's partner Tuvgi Blue Life Inc. overcoming Torval Mining Limited resistance. The conflict was triggered by the murder of Kane Massey's former CEO Johann Fleischer. The assassin was tracked from Mars to the Torval mining megaship Orchestral
38
Falcon.
million!
Circumstantial evidence
Fuck.
suggested he was an undercover Imperial agent. Philippa Barlow Lyons, acting CEO of the Kane Massey
Oh, it's
Corporation,
highway.
declared,
Shift driver, really.
largely thanks to tremendous support from federal auxiliaries, the path was cleared for us to take control of the Orchestral Falcon megaship. Only then did Torval Mining Limited agree to hand over Johann's killer, rather than risk the loss of its precious vessel. A security team has now delivered him to federal authorities, where I am sure we will see justice finally served. The Federal Intelligence Agency provided an update to the media from Executive Agent Viola Trask. The man in our custody has been formally arrested and charged with the homicide of Johann Fleischer. All known IDs associated with him are false. Along with the skills he displayed, this suggests that he is a professional assassin. We are working with the Proactive Detection Bureau and the Federal Navy Intelligence Office to broaden the scope of this investigation. Independent pilots who fought on behalf of Turkey Blue Life Inc. during the conflict can collect their rewards from Gordon Enterprise. Despite its defeat, Torval Mining Limited has also agreed to
warlord.
reimburse its supporters from the Orchestral Falcon. Salvation Utopia link raises concerns. Similarities between the Nemesis failsafe and Utopia's SIM archive have led to questions being asked about a possible connection. Independent journalist Flint Firemaker Lafos reported on Sajin A's recent discoveries. We all knew that Salvation had a messiah complex, so it's no surprise that he planned to keep his colossal ego alive after his ancient body died. We also know that Pranav Antal has been digitizing his followers' brains for years. My question is, did Salvation modify Antal's system for his own private use, rather than reverse engineer Guardian technology? Or maybe Azimuth and Utopia were secretly working together all this time, and the SIM archive has always been Guardian-based? It would explain how Utopia is able to maintain funding for its little tech bohemian commune. This theory was critiqued by the Federal Times' technology correspondent Harlow Nasri. It is a fact that most of Utopia's scientific development remains opaque. But the few inventions that have been examined, such as the nanomedicines acquired by Vitadine Labs, contain no molecular markers of Guardian origin. The SIM archive's memory recording techniques are based on exoneurological research conducted over hundreds of years. Dr. Maximo Fonseca, the Alliance's scientific liaison to Aegis, gave a statement to the media. Since successful applications in this field are so rare, we cannot ignore the potential relation between the Nemesis failsafe designs and the SIM archive. I have made contact with SIM guru Pranav Antal and explained the situation. He kindly invited me and my staff to visit Utopia and discuss the matter. Our findings will determine whether a formal investigation into Salvation's current status is warranted. Corporate battle erupts in Turkey system. Pilots Federation alert. The killing of Kane Massey's CEO has sparked conflict between the Federal Corporation and imperial rival Torval Mining Limited. Acting CEO Philippa Barlow Lyons provided a statement regarding the hostilities. The Federal Intelligence Agency tracked Johann Fleischer's assassin from Mars to the Turkey system, whereupon he boarded the Orchestral Falcon, one of Torval Mining's megaships. We demanded that he be handed over to stand trial for his crime. They refused to even acknowledge us. Zemina Torval thinks she has taken her revenge and got away with it. She is wrong. Kane Massey has instructed Turkey Blue Life Inc., our business partner in the system, to board the Orchestral Falcon, by force, if necessary, and apprehend the suspect. We will do whatever it takes to arrest the Imperial intelligence agent we hold responsible for murdering a captain of federal industry. A response was issued by Senator Zemina Torval. Kane Massey is using its CEO's death to excuse a deliberate strike against my company, damaging our share price and
Ship released. Engines engaged.
testing the will of our political connections.
Landing gear retracted.
Torval Mining Limited will defend its property, as well as the honor of the Empire, against this unjustified assault. To support their combat operations, Turkey Blue Life Inc. and Torval Mining Limited have called upon Federal and Imperial Naval Auxiliaries to report to Gordon Enterprise and the Orchestral Falcon respectively. The conflict has heightened political tensions between the Empire and the Federation. With the majority of superpower naval forces deployed to the Thargoid front line, system authority vessels around Turkey have been placed on alert.
I bet that was
President
an actual
Zachary
human
Hudson
player.
was quick to comment that my administration upholds the right for our factions to seek justice. Senator Denton Patrios stated, "The Empire stands ready to shield its citizens, businesses and territories from attacks by foreign powers, Xeno or otherwise." Archer launches presidential campaign. The Republican Party has nominated Vice President Jerome Archer as its candidate in the upcoming federal election. Jerome Archer was formerly the Secretary of Security in President Zachary
Frameshift drive charging.
Hudson's cabinet. He was promoted to Vice President when his predecessor died during the 9 Martyrs attacks in 3307. He immediately proposed the Domestic Counterterrorism Act.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Which authorized the Proactive Detection Bureau to monitor all civilian communications in the Federation to detect future terrorist activity. Vice President Archer began his election campaign at a political rally on Nowt 2, where he announced, "Throughout my career, my priority has always been
Warning, temperature critical.
Oh, god damn it.
Compromised.
keeping people safe." From my days as a cop on the streets of Nueva Vista to director of the Federal Intelligence Agency, I have worked hard to increase security for all citizens. I pledge to work even harder and achieve far more as your president. President Hudson's excellent legacy regarding anti-Xeno operations will continue under my leadership. We will increase our defensive capabilities to protect the Federation against any kind of external or internal threat. The newsfeed sold today was supportive of the Republican Party's candidate, referring to Archer as the only sensible choice in this era of war and moral corruption. By contrast, an editorial
Frameshift drive charging.
in the Federal Free Press stated, "Privacy will become history if the eavesdropper-in-chief is handed the reins of power." Archer's running mate in the election is Congressman Nico Shirakawa, who represents the Eta Cassiopeia system. A former major in the
4, 3, 2, 1, engage. Warning,
Federal
taking
Marine
heat
Corps.
damage.
He sits on several intelligence committees and is known to have military connections. Imperial assassin Stokes superpower tensions. Federal Mining Corporation Kane Massey has accused Senator Zemina Torval of assassinating its CEO Johann Fleischer. An update from the Federal Intelligence Agency prompted a remarkable declaration from Philippa Barlow Lyons, the company's acting CEO.
Frameshift drive charging.
Thanks to the FIA's assembled security footage, we now know that the man who murdered Johann Fleischer departed from Olympus Village spaceport using a false federal ID. He then transferred to the Tukey system
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
to another alias, claiming to be a prospector for Torval Mining Limited, and so the trail leads directly to the culprit. It is very clear that Zemina Torval ordered Johann's death as an act of revenge after he defeated her efforts in January 3308 to obtain one of Kane Massey's
Fuel scooping.
most lucrative mining contracts. Analysis of the hitman's weapon and other equipment
Fuel scooping complete.
matches those typically used by
Frameshift drive charging.
Imperial intelligence. And who is a senior officer in that ruthless spy network? Zemina's own grandson, Titus Torval. Senator Torval has not acknowledged or responded to the
4, 3, 2, 1,
accusation. A formal statement was delivered directly to Congress by the Imperial Senate. We categorically reject the suggestion that any members of this august body or of Imperial intelligence are connected to these events. The Empire no longer has any political or commercial involvement with the Federation
engage. Fuel scooping.
and remains focused on
Fuel scooping complete.
its extensive anti-Xeno operations. President Zachary Hudson publicly assured Kane Massey, which is known to be a long-standing corporate donor to the Republican Party, that further resources will be directed to the investigation. He added, "This is a timely reminder that all citizens should be vigilant against the enemy within. If we discover that Imperial assassins and sleeper agents are responsible for this heinous crime, the Empire will be expected to act in a manner we find satisfactory." Nemesis failsafe. Fact or fiction? Azimuth Biotech has rejected Sejin A's unverified claim that Salvation survived by relocating his mind using advanced Guardian technology. CEO Torben Raidmaker issued this statement. "I can officially confirm that Azimuth Biotech has no knowledge of any project related to a Nemesis failsafe." Frankly, suggesting that anyone could transmit their living mind across space stretches her credibility past breaking point. Sajin A's absurd outbursts have justified our fears that she suffers from paranoid delusions and has falsified data to support her personal vendetta. And she now seems to have an exalted position among the Far God cultists. Only those deranged unfortunates would take her flights of fantasy seriously. An article in the scientific journal The Empirical addressed the concepts featured in Sajin A's statement. The field of exoneurology, whereby the human mind is isolated from the neuronal network and transferred to an artificial host, is mostly comprised of failed experiments. Only the Utopia commune has ever claimed significant success. Their SIM archive allegedly duplicates an individual's memory engrams and uploads them to a sophisticated digital emulation program. But independent reviews of this technology have been prevented by the reclusive nature of utopian society.
Sorry, I've got to check the...
Kane Massey CEO assassinated. Johann Fleischer, the recently appointed head of the mining corporation Kane Massey, has been shot and killed on Mars. Fleischer was attending a federal commerce or finding his murderer.
It's
Executive agent Viola
square
Trask
and up
provided a
and
statement from the
down.
Federal Intelligence Agency. At present, the assassin's identity and whereabouts remain unknown. The weapon used in the attack was a professionally modified Manticore executioner marksman rifle. Local police also found advanced ECM equipment that was used to disrupt security systems. These particular models are known to be utilized by undercover Imperial agents. However, a thorough investigation is underway and we have drawn no conclusions as yet. Sajin A. I believe Salvation survived. Aegis has published a personal statement from Sajin A, who claims to have evidence that Salvation planned to escape death in the HIP 22460 system. First of all, yes, Caleb Wycherley died when the Thargoids attacked the Bright Sentinel in HIP 22460. But, I believe, only physically. He was developing technology to automatically relocate his mind, an emergency protocol he named the Nemesis Failsafe. I know how implausible that sounds, but the files I recovered from an Azimuth Biotech archive prove his intentions. For several years, Salvation ran a private project to reverse engineer a Guardian artifact which could store consciousness. The design showed neural interactions as digital impulses and made reference to exactly retaining his identity and memories. Salvation had already extended his life to over 250 years and was obsessed with staying alive until he could wipe out the Thargoids. I'm convinced that he has survived in some bodiless form, and that Azimuth has known all along. Aidan Tanner, who works for Aegis as an independent specialist, also released a statement. I'll admit that the designs have found seem authentic and incredibly advanced, but the files contained no concrete proof that the Nemesis failsafe was constructed, or if it could actually work. I'm more concerned that she was being hunted by unknown parties who would likely have succeeded if not for the Far God cult's intervention. Perhaps it needs to be restated that actively seeking to hinder Aegis, or its valued personnel, is a crime against all three superpowers. In related news, the Testament megaship that rescued Sajin A from unidentified attackers has now left the Leuten's star system, following a week of clemency offered by federal authorities. A spokesperson for President Hudson reiterated that the Order of the Far God remains illegal in the Federation.
Orbital flight engaged.
Thargoid War Update. March 3309. Vox Galactica correspondent Jade Sanderlin reports on the latest developments regarding the war against the Thargoids. In the broad sense, there have been few significant changes in Thargoid tactics. The 8 Maelstroms continue to send waves of Thargoid vessels deeper into the core systems. Anti-Xeno forces are certainly winning victories, and in some cases retaking previously occupied systems.
Have I
But
gone
we are
past it?
still losing more than we save.
I think
Despite
so.
being reformed only recently, Aegis has hit the ground running.
Yeah, I have.
Its
Yeah.
caustic sync launcher is now available following a successful trial by Aidan Tanner. This ingenious device increases the amount of time that a ship can spend inside a maelstrom before being impaired by corrosive damage. The repulsing energy wave at the cloud centers, however, remains impenetrable. I understand that Aegis has prioritized gathering data about this defense mechanism, and research is underway into possible countermeasures. Until more can be learned about the true nature of the maelstroms, the chances of destroying them are virtually zero. The Alliance, Empire, and Federation are all working to reinforce their military strength. But the front line of this war is primarily being waged by independent pilots and squadrons. Heroic individuals such as Commander Oakmeo's TTT, Commander Night Fury, and Commander Frank XJR have achieved fame for their phenomenal success at destroying Thargoid vessels. Such small rays of hope in the darkness remain few and far between. Many battles are being won.
Delacey, Bravo, India, Golf. All port facilities are ready for your use, Commander.
Cheers, love.
Creeping fear of inevitable defeat weighs heavily on all our souls. This is Jade Sanderlin for Vox Galactica. Stay safe out there. Winters announces election manifesto. The Liberal Party has published a detailed political manifesto in advance of the Federation's presidential election in June. Shadow President Felicia.
Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 05.
Has summarized her party's plans during a campaign rally on Rhea 3. The freedoms and privileges of federal citizens have been abused or ignored by the Hudson administration. Our vision for governance focuses on restoring the Federation's core values, offering every individual the opportunity
Your current heading is good, Commander.
they deserve. As your democratically elected president, I will take great pleasure in dismantling the Proactive Detection Bureau on day one. The mass monitoring of private communications is a violation of civil rights that must end immediately. For those concerned about
Scan detected.
security, especially the Thargoid threat, I assure you that there will be no reduction in military spending. In fact, our aim is to extend naval and humanitarian assistance to independent systems near our borders that face Thargoid aggression. By supporting systems around federal space, we will establish a robust front line to repel Thargoid forces.
Confirmed contact, ground crew dispatched. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
The Federal Free Press praised the manifesto, remarking that it displayed the balance of strength and compassion that has long been lacking from our leadership. However, an editorial in Sol Today claimed, Winters' grip on political reality has been weakened by years of ineffectual hand-wringing. In related news, the Republican Party is currently holding a series of caucuses to select their presidential candidate. Grand Attorney Edwin Espinosa and Congressman Tandeka Kwabe have been eliminated from the running, leaving Vice President Jerome Archer and Secretary of State Lana Berkovich as the remaining nominees. Aegis trials tech to explore maelstroms. Prototypes have been created of a new module designed to counteract the massive energy surge encountered by ships within Thargoid maelstroms. Professor Albert Tesreau made a public statement. Intense research into the maelstroms by allied, federal and imperial specialists has yielded practical results. We have designed a device to briefly insulate a ship against the overpowering effects of a maelstrom's energy wave. Typically, the wave physically repels all human ships and disrupts onboard electrical systems. Combined with our caustic sink launcher, the Thargoid pulse neutralizer will enable access to the innermost regions of the alien clouds. My hope is that this breakthrough will reveal knowledge about the Thargoid invasion fleets that we desperately need. Further details were provided by Ivano Columbera, the Empire's scientific liaison to Aegis. The Thargoid pulse neutralizer expands upon the shutdown field neutralizer originally designed by Elvira Martuk in 3303. Using upgraded components, Aegis technicians have amplified its effectiveness when triggered at the correct time. Our primary objective was breaking through the electromagnetic pulse generated within a maelstrom cloud when human ships are approximately 50 kilometers from its center. Data provided by intrepid pilots who survived this experience has enabled us to calibrate a shield to its specific waveform, which should allow a ship to withstand its impact. Aegis has confirmed that initial test flights for the Thargoid pulse neutralizer will be unmanned. prototypes have been fitted to specially constructed probes that will be remotely launched into a maelstrom, while technicians monitor the real-time telemetry. Old rivals clash as Thargoids advance. Pilots Federation alert. Factions aligned to the Empire and Federation have declared war in Pisht, which lies in the path of Thargoid expansion. Relations between the two superpowers have been strained in recent weeks, following the corporate skirmish in Tuvgi. This has exacerbated hostilities between two long-standing rivals in the Pisht system, causing diplomatic negotiations to collapse. The ruling council of Gorluja Exchange claimed, "Imperial saboteurs have been undermining our operations for years, and a military solution is now the only option." A similar statement was made by the Gliese 4-4 Citizens Forum's leadership. "The typical federal response to their problems is to blame the Empire, so we are forced to resolve this on the battlefield." The situation has also impacted the ongoing war against the Thargoids, as outlined in a report by freelance correspondent Carleen Troy. With Maelstrom Ligong's fleet expansion only a few systems away, Pisht is currently a key distribution point for anti-Xeno weaponry and supplies in the region. There is widespread concern that this conflict could disrupt the flow of resources to the front line.
Landing lots are off. You may climb to escape altitude.
Landing gear retracted.
Defenses in multiple systems. Both Gorluja Exchange and the Gliese 4-4 Citizens Forum have requested help from naval auxiliaries who can register their support for either faction at Tiptree Port. Alliance urges restraint between superpowers. Allied
Frameshift drive charging.
independent leaders have called upon the Empire and the Federation to discuss
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
faction hostilities following conflict in Turkey. Political journalist Conrad Sterling summarized the latest developments for Vox Galactica. Minor skirmishes between superpower-aligned factions are not uncommon, but the Cain Massey and Torval Mining Limited corporations have significant political ties, so their clash has led to bullish rhetoric from members of both Congress and the Senate. Many systems where federal and imperial populations coexist are experiencing civil tension and states of public disturbance. There is a sense that the historic rivalry between two militaristic superpowers is being rekindled, and that similar sparks elsewhere may fan the flames at the worst possible time. In the Alliance Assembly, Councillor Nakato Kane highlighted the potential repercussions. Military distractions between the Empire and Federation would place more responsibility on the Alliance for protecting independent systems from Thargoid invasion. As well as a potentially horrific loss of life, that would be a significant drain on already stretched resources. The Hawks in each administration should be directing their aggressive tendencies
Frameshift drive charging.
toward the Thargoids, not each other. In response, Prime Minister Mann agreed to send envoys from the Alliance Office of Diplomatic Relations to both the Empire and the Federation. Dozens
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
of independent systems have supported the Alliance's formal request to lower the temperature and find a peaceful solution. Aegis reports on Utopia's SIM archive. A scientific delegation from Aegis has visited Utopia to compare its SIM archive with Salvation's Nemesis failsafe
Fuel scooping.
designs. A summary from Dr. Maximo Fonseca was shared with news feeds. Simburu Antal agreed to meet with us as a sign of good faith and to refute claims
Fuel scoop disengaged.
of collaboration with Salvation. He personally introduced us to the neurosmiths of Utopia, who can digitally encode electrochemical activity within the brain. I
Frameshift drive charging.
What?
took part in a demonstration, uploading some of my own long-term memories into the SIM archive. Afterwards, my colleague Dr. Cooper enjoyed a remarkably accurate simulation of my university graduate
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
vision 30 years ago, who claimed she found it hard to believe the memory was not her own. Analysis of the Nemesis failsafe designs that we provided was swift, but the differences were stark. From what we understood of the summary by Utopian researchers, the Nemesis process irreversibly transforms a
Fuel scooping.
person's entire neuronal network into esoteric energy particles. but there was no suggestion how the particle stream might be directed or stored.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, not
Further
whirling.
scrutiny by
Fuck.
Aegis specialists
Fucking
confirmed
hate
that the
this
Nemesis
station.
failsafe relies heavily on Guardian technology, much of which remains a mystery. Early indications suggest that allied, Federal and Imperial leaders agree that Salvation was unlikely to have sought assistance from the Utopia Commune. Sim Guru Pranav Antal released a rare public statement. The Sim archive is designed to preserve human thought, not to extract it from living minds. One day, experiencing other people's stored memories will be as common as searching for information on a database. Utopia's role is to unite us all by bringing down the barriers between our individual universes. Salvation's design very much relates to the preservation of oneself, rather than the storage of information for future generations. Whatever knowledge of Guardian technology he may have possessed is likely lost to us now. Kane Massey victorious in corporate conflict. Pilots Federation alert. Fierce combat in the Tuvgi system has resulted in Kane Massey's partner Tuvgi Blue Life Inc. overcoming Torval Mining Limited resistance. The conflict was triggered by the murder of Kane Massey's former CEO Johann Fleischer. The assassin was tracked from Mars to the Torval Mining ship Orchestral Falcon. Circumstantial evidence suggested he was an undercover Imperial agent.
Lacey, Bravo, India, Golf. Welcome to the station, Commander. Please fly safely.
Philip Abado Lyons, acting CEO of the Kane Massey Corporation, declared, largely thanks to tremendous support from federal auxiliaries, the path was cleared for us to take control of the Orchestral Falcon megaship.
Landing gear deployed.
Only then did Torval Mining Limited agree to hand over Johann's killer, rather than risk the loss of its precious vessel. A security team has now delivered him to federal authorities, where I am sure we will see justice finally served. The Federal Intelligence Agency provided an update to the media from Executive Agent Viola Trask. The man in our custody has been formally arrested and charged with the homicide of Johann Fleischer. All known IDs associated with him are false, along with the skills he displayed.
Warning, you are not permitted within this area. This is a restricted zone.
This suggests that he is a professional assassin. We are working with the Proactive Detection Bureau and the Federal Navy Intelligence
Landing permission denied.
Office to broaden the scope
Scan detected.
of this investigation. Independent pilots who fought on behalf of Tuvgi Blue Life Inc. during the conflict can collect their rewards from Gordon Enterprise. Despite
Access denied.
its defeat, Torval Mining Limited has also agreed to reimburse its supporters from the Orchestral Falcon.
Clearance denied.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Salvation Utopia link raises concerns. Similarities between the Nemesis failsafe and Utopia's Sim archive have led to questions being asked about a possible connection. Independent journalist Flint Firemaker Lafos reported on Sajin A's recent discoveries.
Access authorized. Proceed to Bay 26.
Knew that Salvation had a Messiah complex, so it's no surprise that he planned to keep his colossal ego alive after his ancient body died. We also know that Pranav Antal has been digitizing his followers' brains for years. My question is, did Salvation modify Antal's system for his own private use, rather than reverse engineer Guardian technology? Or maybe Azimuth and Utopia were secretly working together all this time, and the Sim archive has always been Guardian-based? It would explain how Utopia is able to maintain funding for its little tech bohemian commune. This theory was critiqued by the Federal Times' technology correspondent Harlow Nasri. It is a fact that most of Utopia's scientific development remains opaque, but the few inventions that have been examined, such as the nanomedicines acquired by Vitadine Labs, contain no molecular markers of Guardian origin. The Sim archive's memory recording techniques are based on exoneurological research conducted over hundreds of years. Dr. Maximo.
Docking complete. Commence power down. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
Seika, the Alliance's scientific liaison to Aegis, gave a statement to the media. Since successful applications in this field are so rare, we cannot ignore the potential relation between the Nemesis failsafe designs and the SIM archive. I have made contact with SIM guru Pranav Antal and explained the situation. He kindly invited me and my staff to visit Utopia and discuss the matter. Our findings will determine whether a formal investigation into Salvation's current status is warranted. Corporate battle erupts into P system. Pilots Federation alert. The killing of Kane Massey's CEO has sparked conflict between the Federal Corporation and Imperial rival Torval Mining Limited. Acting CEO Philippa Barlow-Lyons provided a statement regarding the hostilities. The Federal Intelligence Agency tracked Johann Fleischer's assassin from Mars to the Taki system, whereupon he boarded the Orchestral Falcon, one of Torval Mining's megaships. We demanded that he be handed over to stand trial for his crime. They refused to even acknowledge us. Zemina Torval thinks she has taken her revenge and got away with it.
It really needs to play from the bottom up, doesn't it? Right. Services. I want some luxury cabins. Economy, business, first class. Nope. Anyone want to go to Jack's station? We have 6 cabins available. Refugees? No, not enough. 4 politicians to Bratari? No. Sightseeing. Don't really want to do sightseeing, to be honest with you. Although you will pay 903,000 to go to Jacques Visitor Beacon. I think I might do that. That genuinely in Colonia system, yeah? It is, yeah. Let's pick you a cabin. And off we go back to Colonia then. Yes, so I forgot to request docking. I hate this station. I really hate this station. It spins really quickly, and you've got to avoid them big sticky out things. Oh, which means that you're concentrating on landing and not crashing. And I always forget to request bloody docking clearance here. Do it all the fucking time. Anyway, foolish mistake. I'm sure I'll do it another time again soon. Oh, I hate coming out of here because you can never see behind you. Oh, it's a pain in the arse, is that station. Let's get out of there fast as we can. God, I really need to figure out some dead zone on this. I think I'm just going to Google. What's that say? Illegal passenger.
Clear of the station. Be careful out there, Commander.
Yeah, illegal passenger. How about that? Anyway, I'm pretty sure I'd set a journey to Colonia, but let's set a journey to Colonia. Hang on a minute, them geezers want you to go back to Jack Station, which is in Colonia. What? Giles Station. Ah. Right, okay. Let's get rid of them. Giles Station, not Jack Station. Illegal passenger? I've never had an illegal passenger before. Let's hope that that's not a problem. And off we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Tell you what, when we get to Dorizo, when we get to Giles Station, I'm going to Google, is there a way to get dead zone into your joystick in this game? Because it's doing my fucking head, like this rotation here is doing my fucking head in. I don't know whether or not that's caused by the stick or not, but it certainly isn't helping.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, 14 hours worth of disk space before we fill up. I don't know how long I've been recording for. How long have I been recording for? An hour and 26 minutes of space busing. Luxury space busing. Except I can't do any luxury space busing. We're just first class space busing.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Okay. Me and Giles, I don't know how good our reputation is offhand. I wonder if we have a reputation that will be damaged by illegal passengers. Yeah, you probably noticed as well if you're watching during all that business Sky News broadcast. I realised that we were doing jumps of like 4 or 5 light years when I can do 20. And I was doing way too many jumps for what we needed to do. Oh, damn it! Knocked it with my bloody hand because I've got a magic space helmet on. Oh! Fucking hellfire. To be fair, I could have crashed into the planet, cost myself a little bit of hull and slowed down a lot earlier. Some trying to interdict me, that sounded a bit like some interdicting.
Cannot comply.
Lazy, Bravo, India, Golf. Welcome to the
Landing gear
station, Commander.
deployed.
Please fly safely.
Why is everywhere Space Island now? What happened to Space India and Space Yorkshire and Space other places? Everywhere Space Island. Giles, hi. We'd like docking, please.
Access granted. Clear to land at Docking Bay 37.
Thank you, Space Island.
Meters from touchdown.
Three 7. We could really do with some wing mirrors on this, you know. Yeah. Stop it. Stop it. Right, I'm definitely finding out how to dead zone. Fuck's sake. Alright, pause the recording. Okay, found it eventually. In options normally it's like that, and you're using the stick. You can't get to that plus button. You need to get the mouse to press that button, and then it gives you the dead zone option. So hopefully I didn't mess up any controls, and we should be good to resume. Forgot to unpause. Also, I found somewhere where they sell luxury cabins in Colonia Dream, of course. Why wouldn't it be in Colonia Dream? Okay, right, give me 10 evacuation shelters. What on earth would I do with that? Don't have a cargo bay big enough to fit them.
Incoming message.
Oh, hello, really? What's the message? I won't let it end like this. Sure you will. Wrong button. Reputation change. Don't need to worry about that. Right. Going to Colonia with one of them. Colonia, and then back to somewhere shit. I think I'm just gonna just take this one. Political prisoner to Jacques, visitor beacon. Yeah, we'll just go with that one. Whoa. The finding of the dead zone hopefully is going to make this game so much more pleasant.
Detachment complete.
Oh
Maintain
yeah.
direct lane on exit.
I can just launch up north and then I can go up like that and I don't... Yeah, this is good shit, mate. This is good shit. Okay, okay. No, the dead zone clearly isn't quite perfect. Really? Like it's rock in the middle. No. I hear someone shooting at somebody. That's locked.
Frameshift drive charging.
Off we go. I'm gonna get out of this seat. This.
2, 1. Engage.
I'm gonna get out of this system. Or well, just out of Dodge, to be honest. And I'm gonna go change them fucking options again, because this is taking piss. Maybe it's sensitivity then. Controls, ship. Where are we? Flight rotation. Its roll is the worst one I've got. Dead zone, more. More. And more. I don't want it to be too unsensitive, but I don't want it to be flapping around all over the place. Oh my god, it's still doing that. Like there's hardly any touch at all. And it just decides it's on full fucking, like that's centered, and it looks like it's all fucking way over. That's ridiculous. That's full fucking pelt. Maybe just the stick's a bit fucked. Not impossible. I'll have to look into that when I'm not recording then. Either way, we're going 30 kilometers a second. Come. Yep, thank you.
Frameshift drive charging.
Friendship drive. In case anyone's wondering, by the way, yeah, I have tried updating firmware. And I've got it.
Incoming mission critical message.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Unless you're telling me that...
Fuel scooping.
Unless you're telling me that the thing is in this system. Nav beacon data.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
You've acquired system data for my next estimation and uploaded it to your panel, Commander. Target body, Jacques Station. Piss off. Doesn't look like you have, love. No, you haven't. There it is. I'm pretty sure that's where you wanted to go, wasn't it? Tourist site, Jacques Visitor Beacon. Target body, Jacques Station. I'm pretty sure we're just going to turn up at the beacon and all will be fine. I can take my hands off the controls now. Fucking amazing. Vaping in space. No, stop that. I can only assume it's because the stick's knackered then, to be honest. I can't imagine me paying for another one. It is better though. The ship feels a bit sluggish because of it, but it's not crazily flying all over the place, not spinning out of control. It'll be fine. The music in this game is quite good. We sit here, we look at the beacon, we're scanning the beacon.
Mission objective complete.
Now he is satisfied, he has been to the beacon, we can fuck off somewhere else. First things first,
Drive charging.
let's get into Friendship Drive.
4, 3.
Thank you, I was reading that, my dear.
Engage.
Can I read it again now? Okay, we're going back to Whirling Station. I don't want to risk landing on Jacques Station because I'm very good friends with Jacques Station, and this person is illegal.
Frameshift drive charging.
750,000 they paid me to jump one system, sit around in space for like half a minute, and then fuck off back to the station again.
4,
Although in fairness,
2, 1. Engage.
they are paying me 750,000 for landing on Whirling again. I fucking hate that station. This time we won't forget. Oh, straight at the fucking sun. Lord.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh, cool. Never realised Jacques was a cyborg. Okay. Let's go to Whirling Bullshit. It's really close to the beacon in here. Oh, we're coming in at the front. Oh, fabulous. I definitely don't want to overshoot this then. Why does it sound like there's rats in space? Nearly there, nearly there. Oh yeah.
Lacy, Bravo, India, Golf. Welcome to the station, Commander. Please fly safely. Request approved. Please head directly for Bay 22.
Look at the speed of rotation, it's ridiculous. We are 11% above the speed limit. Should we keep it down a bit? Oh, it's such a pain in the ass to land in. 2-2, there we are.
1,000 meters from touchdown.
Yay, look at that. Look at how perfect I can land it if the ship isn't going madly out of control.
Docking successful. Ground crew dispatched. It's good to have you with us, Commander.
Thank you, Space Island. Question is, are you Space Island or are you Space Northern Island? Okay, 903,000. Why would I take something that has a value of 5,000 times 7 and sacrifice what is essentially £50,000? I think, my friend, I'll just take the money. Okay, anyone here want to go to Colonia Dream? That is in Ratray. 6 business geezers. You can go into... oh shit, I didn't press the fucking button, did I? Pick cabin. Confirm, accept the mission this time. And... anyone want to go to Ratray? 330. There's a lot of people want to go there, to be honest. Okay. You get a first class 12-seater cabin all to yourself, although you needed 5 of them anyway. And accept. It would have been a bit more fair to have them the other way around. Can you actually, if I back up, can I move them into a different cabin? I don't think I can I? No, I can't. Services, mission board, passenger lounge. No one here wants to go where I want to take them, but come on, there we go. 331. Accept. I might as well have a look, see whether or not there's a talkie-talkie job while I'm here. No, you're right, love. I'm not donating to no cause. No. No. I'm just taking messages to people. Courier job, 20 grand. That ain't where I want to go, love. Courier job is a dangerous courier job, and I don't want to piss off my my geezers. No, no.
Incoming mission critical message.
You are fucking kidding me. We've not even left the fucking... Things are getting tricky for me at the original destination. Take me to Giles Station instead. No. You want to be going to Colonia Dream. You want to be going to Colonia Dream. I want to be going to Colonia Dream. We're going to Colonia Dream, whether you like it or not.
Landing gear
Detachment
retracted.
complete. Exit the station quickly and safely.
How quickly?
Scan detected.
Oh, we've got another illegal passenger, have we? How about that? Well, let's get ourselves into Super Cruise. That's not what I meant.
You are currently within a no-fire zone. Retract your weapons, Commander.
Cargo
You are
scope
clear of station
retracted.
restrictions. Be careful out there, Commander.
Incoming mission critical message.
Fucking what? Slavery offer? Representing we're going to pay a lot of money for you 6 business people. No. We are the safe space bus. Luxury space bus. Can we super cruise now, please? That'd be nice.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh. Feels good to do a 13 light year jump.
Four, three, two,
But I'm looking forward to being able to do some luxury space busing.
fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Fuel scooping.
Oh, this sun's a pain in the ass to scoop off of.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
That'll fucking do. Colonia Dream, please, loves. I think it's a bit far out of the sticks into. There you are. Hopefully we're not about to crash into the sun. Oh no, it's right there. What you can't see is my arm doing this and this and this and this. Alright, we'll take a nice chill journey. But seeing as we've got illegals, let's go with some weapons. Just in case. I really hope Clonia Dream does sell luxury bus gear. I really, really hope it does. The Salty Wench. XZYT3Q. There's a lot of ships around here. I imagine it's not quite as busy as Seoul, but quite a lot of ships around here. Alright. I remember why I never came to Colonia Dream now. It's one of these fuckers, isn't it? Space Yorkshire! Space Yorkshire! Alright, love. Ah, it's good to hear another accent other than just the Irish guys. Presumably we'll hear some Indians at some point as well. Unless it's been removed because they're worried about being racist. It wasn't racist like, but there are some stations that don't appear to be having any voices to them. Right, let's chill out with the speeding.
Permission granted. Plot route for approach to landing pad 05.
Landing gear deployed.
Where is 05? There it is. Whoa. Whoa! It's still showing a bit. Fucking hell. Down, boy. We have fuel, you don't. Any questions? Oh, for fuck's sake. Close enough. Jump further.
Landing completed. Clear to disembark.
42 credits worth of fuel.
Our facility, Commander.
I will. I'm going to get rid of these rubbish passengers. And we're going to become the luxury space bus we were always supposed to be. I realise, of course, that becoming a luxury space bus is going to earn us less money. Uh, 44,000. Because they wanted to go on. If I go back, yeah, it doesn't say. But they didn't need first class transport. They just got first class transport. I will take. I'll take the fucking money. It's not very much money, but it's some money. And Granville Browning, criminal mastermind. Didn't read that. Irregular emission data influence with the Colonia Cooperative. Well, he ain't illegal here. 333 credits.
Message.
Has that upped me with somebody else? Upped me with Colonia Tech Combine, was it? A promotion to broker. Piss off. Piss off, piss off, piss off. No, I am looking at that, love, thanks. I've no idea what that actually does. Anyway, Commander Big Sexy John. Starport Services, come on. Come on. Come on. I'm replacing the smaller one with the luxury cabin, of course. That is the financially wise decision. Much like the companions from, what do we call it? Were they called the companions? From Firefly. 6C or 5C? 5C. Replace with, please tell me you do sell them the internet passenger cabin. Economy got in business first class. They don't fucking sell them. The internet lied. Oh, goddamn, really? Fuck's sake. Unless I'm just not seeing them, but I imagine they'd be the most expensive. Unless it has to be a 6. Economy business. Nope. God damn. Very, very disappointing. Oh. Well, it's probably enough time that I actually that I end this anyway. How long are we going for now? Probably about nigh on 2 hours. 2 hours and 6 minutes. 2 hours 6 minutes of first class space busing in space, but no luxury space busing at all. How very disappointing. Oh well, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourself. See you in a bit.